anyways, I was reading his like little blurb on the Isha Kriya. Isha Kriya? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was saying how the breath controls the mind and the mind controls the breath. Like, if you control how you breathe, you can control how you feel, because it's a two-way connection. When you're angry, you breathe a certain way. When you're happy, you breathe a certain way. If you're working out in a high state, you breathe a certain way. And what was a revelatory moment for me is that it's a two-way street.
Yes.
If you breathe a certain way, you can control how you feel. I haven't put it into practice yet because I don't yet know how.
But that's why when you do yoga, that's a perfect example of what's happening.
Yeah.
Because your breathing is becoming more conscious, like you're being more aware of your breath, of your stretching, of everything.
Is it just being aware of your breath, or is it like breathing in a specific pattern?
There are patterns. This gets into like Kriya, right? Kriya is like working on the energy system. So through intentional patterns of breathing, you can kind of influence.
Is it like a number thing, like two?
Yeah.
Two
So like with
inhale?
Surya Kriya, there's like a 3-5-7 sequence.
True. Okay.
But
Interesting.
yeah, but
Okay, if I wanted to be relaxed, how should I breathe? Is that how it works?
deeply.
That makes sense.
Just increase the seconds of inhalation and exhalation. That's it.
Should there be pauses between the breath, between the inhalation and the exhalation?
Okay, I'm not sure about that, but I usually just slow it down, and that helps.
Slow down the entire thing.
Yeah.
Let me do that right now.
Yeah, like a 6-second inhale, maybe 9-second exhale if possible. Increase the exhalation, I like to do that. And breathe deep into your navel.
Navel is here, right?
No, below the belly button.
Oh, navel is here.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. I got that way wrong, bro.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, including me, I used to breathe into my chest,
Right.
which is, there's nothing bad about it necessarily, but you can really expand and be more grounded when you try to be focused on just like 2 inches below the belly button.
Low-key do feel a bit more relaxed, dude. Not gonna lie.
Actually, this is. Can you?
Oh, can we
Excuse
get it
me.
over here?
Can we have it here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Your pizza and then your sushi is coming, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you didn't order food? I mean, sushi we'll share anyways, but.
No, I ordered pizza.
Oh right. Okay. Nice.
What's that, bro? That's good.
Yeah, some beefless beef. Whatever
Yo,
that
I
means.
was
Probably
thinking
soya.
That looks really like.
Yeah. And then
Meat.
some brown rice, beans, broccoli, some chutney, I think.
Some vegan shit right there, dog.
Yeah.
Vegan shit. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying that 2 inches below the navel and the breathing into it, that's basically like a really great grounding exercise. But also, you're kind of breathing into the second chakra. That's basically the second chakra area.
Which is your sexual one, isn't it?
It's, yeah, the creative, sensual chakra.
What's your first chakra?
Muladhara is like the one it's the root chakra, which is like located between your anus and your genitals.
And what does it embody? Like, what is it about?
They say Well, I've met a spiritual teacher who likes to map these chakras to like Hindu gods.
Okay.
I don't know all of the maps, but his approach was to focus more on the Swadhisthana, which is the second one. But the Muladhara, which is the root chakra, that's like a Ganesh. So I think it's more material abundance and like balancing, kind of like in the Ganesha is known as a god for like business, prosperity, and stuff like that, right? But to be honest, I don't know that much about it.
Okay. Is it true that you have to open your chakras layer by layer?
So here is where different schools have different approaches.
Right.
It depends on what the schools look. Ultimately, everyone wants to become enlightened, at least like whether intentionally or unknowingly. Everyone wants to feel at least pleasant, right?
For sure.
But when you go deeper and deeper, you're just basically going for liberation, enlightenment.
Yeah.
But there are different ways. Some people like to sort of bypass the lower chakras because they're more physical and material, and ultimately that is, it's nothing wrong, but that's not the goal of life, to just be trapped in that realm. So you want to elevate to the higher chakras, because eventually enlightenment is you going up to from the sacral chakra to the, I think it's called Manipurika, which is like more of like a, at least I feel when I focus on that, I feel very powerful.
Right.
And then heart, Ajna, not heart, not Ajna, what's it called? Anahata, which is the heart. So like the love center. And then throat chakra, and then Ajna, and then crown. So crown is like the highest one. Actually, they say there's like something above the physical body, somewhere around here. But that's probably the point of enlightenment or something like this. But but the point is like, as you work on your energies and do your kriyas, the energies are rising. So you're kind of going from lower chakras to upper chakras. That's why people do Kundalini is nothing but that. You're rising the energy up.
Here's a question. Do you think other religions have equally as powerful enlightenment practices?
The best part is there's no one formula.
Yeah, but I feel like Hinduism, they scientifically formatted it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get something else because we already lost orders.
I think pizza's coming.
Pizza? Yeah, you already ordered.
Yeah.
No, something else?
That's
all?
It's going good. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is pretty bitter.
Is it?
Interesting. This papadum is bitter.
Ayyo, the papadum is not good today. Second chakra alignment. Yeah, I heard like if your second chakra is well rooted, it creates a foundation for the third chakra, which is willpower or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah, true. But some schools don't care so much about the lower chakras. They just want to activate your heart and above, basically, because those are the more important ones to feel good within yourself.
Right.
But
So you can bypass.
yeah, this is why there are different techniques that work on the energy system in different ways. So, look, I'm sure there's been enlightened beings who weren't necessarily yogis. Like Muhammad, to me, all these people, Muhammad, Jesus, Buddha, enlightened in their own way.
Yeah.
To a
They
different
found
means.
it through other means.
Sorry to disturb me. It's okay, we collect now, or you want to order something more else?
Yeah, you can collect. Actually, let me play with. Oh, actually, no, I don't have that. Yep. Yep. I don't need the receipt. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so it's not like you have to do yoga to become enlightened or anything like that.
Yeah, obviously. But I feel like it's a bit more powerful because
It is powerful.
because it's so scientifically
Yeah,
like
it
would you
works.
say doctrinated.
Like the yogis, they literally. I feel like this entire system was created through just really deep observation of the body, right? It's like a really deep level of observation.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The thing is, I'm sure the other religions would say the exact same thing, and they're probably not wrong.
Yeah, nothing's a blanket right or wrong. Because when you're observing the universal truths of life, yeah, it may come in like like a chocolate flavor, pistachio flavor, vanilla flavor, but they're all ice cream at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We miss that because we think our path is the only path. Mm-hmm. That's the fallacy. But yeah, some paths work.
For me,
You just gotta find what works for you.
exactly. But I feel like I associate and I tend towards Hinduism more because
Yeah, it's
That-
more relatable for me.
and it's like a little bit more scientific. Like it's not as there's gods in the sky, and they have all of this
Yeah.
cosmic stories.
Well, yeah, like it's I like the stories because
It helps you abstract it,
yeah, it's also like a metaphor.
which is helps people understand it.
Yeah.
But I think I
Because
feel like
yeah.
humans are at a stage in our evolution where we don't need these stories anymore to understand it.
No, but I think it's such a beautiful, a masterclass in expressing the
Yeah.
paradoxes of life.
That
Because these are not logically perceptible things,
okay.
right? That's what I was saying. Like, to get to the source of life, the logical mind won't get there to understand nature, like life in itself. So they created all these personas in Hinduism, characters with different personality traits. And to some degree, all of it is relatable to the human experience.
Yeah. Question: you said the logical mind can't get there, but doesn't the logical mind need to initiate it?
Yeah, look, so in yoga, there are many parts in yoga itself. So they say Jnana yoga is like more through the mind. This is what I was telling you the other day. Krishnamurti was very intellectual,
Right.
and he reached intellectual limits and paradoxes, and then realized the limitations of that of the mind in understanding life.
Yeah.
So that's like the mental way, the intellectual way. Then you have Kriya Yoga, which is more working on the energy system. By the way, all these paths we logically come up with these separations, like, oh, Kriya Yoga is like this. But really, when you're doing yoga, to some degree, all of these things are kind of working together.
Yeah.
It's just for us to understand.
Right.
But yeah, Kriya Yoga is working on energy system. Hatha Yoga is like different basic asanas, like poses with specific breathing. And then you have Ashtanga Yoga. This is not, by the way, part of the schools of yoga, by the way. I'm just talking about different types of yoga right now. But yeah, Ashtanga was interesting actually because I don't do Ashtanga, I do Hatha. I feel like Hatha works on like the foundation. You're like you don't even need actually any Ashtanga yoga to like get liberation. You can, I mean, Hatha yoga was purely for liberation, and you can spend a whole lifetime just doing Hatha yoga, which is what Isha teaches, by the way.
Interesting. I gotta learn these differences.
Ashtanga is more of like those. It was prescribed to warriors apparently.
How is it?
Yeah, because they need to be more physically involved. But also they wanted to do some yoga to increase their consciousness. But they were warriors, so they didn't have time to just dedicate to pure hatha practices.
Right.
So yeah, so it's more physically demanding for sure.
Hatha yoga.
No, Ashtanga. Yeah. So that's why you see all these like Instagram yogis doing like scorpion poses and all these random stuff.
Yeah.
That's Ashtanga yoga.
Huh.
But anyways, what was I talking about? Get into tangent sometimes.
Yeah, we went on a big tangent.
Yeah, so there's different schools of yoga. There's different paths. Different enlightened beings. Ultimately, you can even just sit here and just pay attention to whatever's going on within yourself, and you can be enlightened. Because what is enlightenment really? Enlightenment, in my understanding, is all of these people have just reached, dissolved into the present moment completely, in some way. Like fully.
I think I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone watching will get that.
Yeah, but because it's not, it's probably not within their human experience just yet. Because our whole lives have been basically distracted from the present moment.
Yeah, it's hard to be.
It's hard to be trained to come back to the present when your whole life you've trained the opposite. But hey, this is why we do yoga, meditation, blah blah blah. It's a training. It's building a muscle, in some sense.
Yeah, man. I still feel like I want to post the clips on my personal.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah, because watching that Polish chick, seeing that Polish chick with 17.5k followers, I'm like,
Yeah.
shit.
Maybe we do both.
Yeah.
We have a separate account for like the main podcast, but then you can post on your personal because you're there, right?
Yeah. It would be good.
Yeah.
I think I also want to share with the people who I already follow and
Yeah.
who follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're really the people who I want to be
Sharing. Yeah,
sharing to.
for sure. Yeah, we should. I think that's a good idea. Man, this is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The beef.
It's basically soy.
You had this the other day, didn't you?
Nah, not this one. If they had chopsticks or something.
Do you know what this thing is on the top?
I think tempeh. crunchy tempeh.
It's nice. Eat this entire thing.
What do you think of Joe Rogan?
Pardon?
What do you think of Joe Rogan?
And then I fuck with him for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with a lot of what he says. I think I don't know too much of what he says, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I've learned a lot from Joe Rogan.
I like him. I respect him a lot.
Yeah, man.
Like I think people always find something negative to talk about people, and I'm like, dude, Joe Rogan. First of all, don't take
Rogan.
everything he says as like a fact, right?
Are there people that don't fuck with him? Everyone in New Zealand that I know fucks with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to not. If you don't fuck with him, then I feel like you're, like the people I've met who don't fuck with him are like hyper analytical of what he says.
They're probably like Karens.
Yeah, to some degree, they're very intellectual and they're trying to say like, oh wait, no, he's not actually right. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, my point is like, just appreciate the fact that he's voicing his opinions honestly, and he's having a great, authentic conversation with a really diverse group of people, which first, that alone is not happening.
Hey, man.
So, I mean, that's why he became so big.
That guy gets paid well for it, though, as well.
Well, at the start, he didn't though.
Yeah.
He just loves talking to people.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, love talking to people.
I reckon you should smoke the cigars in tribute to Joe Rogan.
That's a great excuse.
To inaugurate the DJI mic.
But I don't know if we're allowed to smoke here. You know, this whole spiritual... I've explored a bit of different, like, I guess, spiritual leaders. Like I've done some Isha yoga, which is Sadhguru's ashram stuff. Really powerful. Then I've done some stuff from Osho, his meditations. Man, when I compare the way of life from like at least my South Indian background, let's just as an example, but just in general society at large, it's like we have all these morals and intellectual frameworks and limitations of how we live, and then you have someone like Osho who doesn't even use his mind to some degree. He's fully prioritizing the energetic experience as at the first, like the primary level.
That causes a lot of tension
Yes.
in a lot of people.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's kind of the way that I want to go. And already, people in my family don't like it.
Yeah, because it's challenging their mental models.
They believe that.
But this is where spirituality is the biggest rebellion, actually. You're breaking everything.
Everything.
You're destroying every
Framework.
mental model, every attachment.
You're going back to the root framework.
You're going back to the source, which is nothing. Which is absolute nothingness. Becoming reborn again.
You're pretty much rewinding thousands of years of societal evolution.
But you know what's funny is like, it's not even a rewind. In some sense, it's a progression as
Yeah.
well.
It's a reconnect.
Because life is cyclical anyways. You're born with nothing, you die with nothing. And liberation is also nothingness. So you're actually evolving into nothingness.
Okay, right. How does karma feel about suicide?
How does karma feel about suicide?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Deep question.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I just, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
But
It must be energetically unfavorable.
yeah, it feels like that would be the case because yeah, it doesn't feel like a very natural way to
Liberate
leave.
yourself.
Yeah. You know, to some extent, I mean, we've been talking about our culture and stuff. And, you know, yeah, there's a lot of issues. But it's worked, at least for them to survive, because they did struggle back in that day.
It has. I think it's inevitable as societal structures and organization grows. You need more strict frameworks.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, strict means you're going further away from the truth, which is, like you said, being free of everything.
It was a safety net, right? It's like, okay, we need to survive. We need to all coordinate together.
And we also need to stop dumb people from doing dumb things.
Sure.
So that's why rules are created.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't need rules if
Everyone is...
everyone is in a conscious level and can fully trust each other.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, we don't have that.
Which is almost beautiful as well, you know? I find that beautiful. Like, it's there for those who want it.
Well,
And anyone who wants it can have it.
wait, what are you talking about?
I mean, anything.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But were you referring to something by it?
Success, wealth, enlightenment, liberation, peace, freedom.
Right.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's just a matter of am I prioritizing this or not? That's it. Regardless of what people think. We're so shackled to what people think actually today. Like it rules our world, our decisions. We don't even make decisions for ourselves.
What do you say to the people that believe that, okay, if I'm a kid growing up in Uganda, there's no way I'm going to be able to be successful because I'm too worried about survival.
Well, look, what does success mean to that kid?
Right.
To him, it's just like, okay, I just want to live a comfortable, like, life and just be with my family, and no one has to struggle to survive. He's a very happy man after that.
So if there was a Ugandan who wanted to become a billionaire, he could.
Yeah, but I think like the West always has more prescriptions for what success and happiness looks like for other people.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
You know, it's like, how about we stop being America and trying to free other countries and create happiness in other people? How about we just create it in ourselves? Because that is how you create it in other people, actually.
Creating it in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
When I tell my sister to do yoga, she doesn't do yoga. When I do yoga and I'm looking like really calm and relaxed and feel good, that is like the best marketing for doing yoga.
Yeah, man. That's something which I have to figure out, innit? Sometimes I do jump the gun and just try and push it down.
No, I mean, I've done that plenty of times too.
Yeah.
I still do it to some degree with my parents, right?
Because sometimes it's just like, I know this is gonna help you,
Yeah.
you know?
Just trust me, bro.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
This is solid. You want to try some?
Yeah, man.
I realized
That is nice.
if I have too much coconut, I'm not going to have coconut milk anymore.
Really?
It kind of unsettles my stomach a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, too much coconut. Like coconut cream and milk.
The local food doesn't use coconut?
Not that much, actually. But we like it.
Yeah.
We use more dry coconut. Like, instead of cream.
Dry coconut, right? Yeah. I think we use like dry coconut, coconut cream, coconut milk, coconut oil, even maybe.
Yeah, coconut oil is good. Yum.
Yeah, man. Should ask if we can smoke it out, because I know upstairs is definitely a smoking area, but I've not seen anyone smoke here in it.
I might not smoke today. I feel like
Oh yeah.
something, but maybe I'll have a puff.
Yeah, I don't even know how. I've never had a cigar before.
So you've had a cigarette?
Yeah, but you're not meant to inhale it.
Yeah, very lightly. Mostly exhale.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like stronger, so you don't want to inhale too much.
Oh, is that right? I thought it's purely for the taste.
That's what they say. I don't know if there's that many rules, honestly. It's tobacco at the end of the day, so...
It is tobacco, are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright. Interesting. Well, here we are then. The first... I feel like we should cut this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of that conversation, like the first 20, 30 minutes was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And even... It would be cool just like having some bloopers, having some like... real shit, you know?
Like,
I don't know, like
quiet
this.
moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know.
that's basically what Joe Rogan is as well, right? It's like, it's not like they're yapping.
Yeah, they're just
fucking
like
for 3
sitting
hours.
there fucking
Yeah.
chatting shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what there should be.
Yeah. But Joe's good at literally talking about anything.
Yeah, man, that guy can talk.
He can just talk. What do you think about bears? Did you know there's porcupine in Australia?
There must be so much information in that guy's brain.
Yeah. No one is bald.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Have you seen any of his stand-up stuff?
No, actually. I think I've seen like a
Low-key
clip.
not that good.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
he's like one of those guys I think is better just podding.
Sorry, Joe. But
It's okay. I mean, it's the same with Theo. Like I
Yeah, his
like
stand-up's
Theo
not-
Von
yeah.
naturally in podcasts.
Some people were just meant to be podcasters, not anything else.
Yeah, some people are just entertaining by being themselves,
Yeah, man.
not by performing.
You know, I think in Greek times, in
Yeah.
their society, they had like areas where people could just go and speak,
Yeah.
and then other people would listen. They would like stand up on the
Oh, it's like a
fucking
monologue.
stage and just monologue, I think.
Yeah.
And then people would, I think if people were resonating with it, they'd just be walking by, they'd stand, maybe a crowd would
Dude,
develop.
that's a freaking great idea.
But we have that now. It's called podcasts, or like
True.
it's called a fucking Instagram, Twitter. It's called Twitter.
That's called Twitter.
Yeah.
No, but it's not as personable. I mean, there's something about like
Yeah, the connection, like
it's
the
like
human.
imagine I just stood here and like maybe those people in TT Batu and I'm just like yapping.
You're just yapping.
Yeah, consciousness.
Yeah. Just follow the truth, bro.
Yeah.
Just follow the light. But then, like 30 meters down, some other guy's yapping about some other thing.
Yeah.
The end is coming.
Oh, bro, I'm about to launch a course, bro.
You think that's what Greek people talked about? Like, buy my course. This is how you can.
Well,
What did Greek people do though?
back in the day, it's like at those times, philosophy and questioning
Yeah, exactly.
that was like
yeah.
a status symbol actually.
That was like fucking
Yeah.
crypto for them.
Yeah, it's,
What crypto is to us, philosophy is to them.
philosophers were aristocrats
Yeah, right.
of that time, so yeah, they had a lot of respect and value in society.
Yeah, that was like a pastime, right?
Yeah, and Pythagoras, they came up with mathematical equations. Pythagoras was a philosopher equally.
Yeah, I actually knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was just good at philosophizing numbers. I think Oppenheimer must be similar. Like some people can see the conscious matrix, and some people can see like the physical matrix.
The observable universe and the inobservable universe.
Yeah, that's probably the right way to put it.
No, it makes the same thing.
And like, they look into the Matrix in the same sort of way, but
Yeah.
they just see different things, I think.
Yeah.
Did you see Oppenheimer, the movie?
I haven't.
No, you don't like movies yet.
I mean, I wait. I usually like. I'm not like the first to watch a movie.
Oh, you're a sheep.
No, I'm actually even further away from that. So it's like you have the early adopters who wait in line to go to the first day,
Oh, I see.
and then you have the sheep who follow after that, and then I'm like observing all of those people, and then I form an opinion whether I should watch that movie or not.
What's that called? There's like a technology adoption curve.
Yeah,
So you would be the late.
I'm the laggard
the
with
late
movies.
adopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We should probably go soon, eh?
Yeah, we should.
Finish.
Well, fucking fair enough, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Get that up, yeah. Have you seen that? If you're a fucking true blue. Have you seen that one? If you're a fucking true blue, fair income fucking Aussie.
It's a good Aussie accent, right?
No, it was like some construction worker, an Australian construction worker. He was drinking a VB beer.
Oh, yeah.
You're a fucking true blue, fair income fucking Aussie.
Fuck, Aussies are crazy, dude.
Yeah.
We should go to Aussie.